Right, the animals on this planet are all good beings. They are not rebels against nature like you people. So we of nature are very interested in your behavior with the animals. Now, chronic abuse of animals began over 10,000 years ago. You see, humans aren't supposed to use horses for transport for more than 300 years. They are supposed to be able to invent the motor car within 300 years of their birth from the father Eberlines. Of course, those are the humans who follow the gods. The rebels, instead, cannot work out how to do these things. They're too concentrated in slaughtering and massacring each other, in creating empires and destroying empires, in wasting their time, in trying to create enough havoc to make God cry. Well, God doesn't cry at these things, he gets furious, but he doesn't cry, The fact is that the animal abuse since 1950 has become absolutely atrocious. The mechanized industrial farming is infinitely atrocious. The vivisection laboratories are tens of thousands all over the planet, and over 10 billion animals are tortured every year. Well, nature is very interested in all this. Nature is not interested in your internal affairs. For example, I believe that there is human vivisection going on secretly, but it's not of interest at all. That's your internal affairs. Nature is not interested in whether you massacre and slaughter each other. That's not important, it's not relevant. For nature, a murderer is equal to anyone else. It's the people who torture the innocent beings who are the criminals against nature. A murderer may be a criminal among you, but for nature, the biggest criminal of all is a person who tortures animals. Now, of course, in a normal human society, a murder, especially the murder of a child, which is special, I'll talk to you about that. A murder is a very serious affair indeed, and it doesn't happen more than once every 3,000 years on the planet. And a murderer cannot live more than 24 hours after he has committed the murder. And most murders are wife murders, and that's all, because men tend to wake up in a trance and they kill their wives in a trance during the night. But the murder of a child, to get back to that, is something which is not supportable at all. It is not tolerable at all. The murder of a child means that the entire planet has to be blown up. The space army arrives and the space bomber fires a Terminator A at the planet and destroys effectively all living beings and the planet itself. Because the murder of a child can cause a whole society to collapse and potentially become evil. There is another creature that cannot absolutely be killed, and that is the lamb. killing a lamb can also result in the destruction of your planet by the space army. But of course this refers to the people who follow the gods. You know, the laws in Switzerland are more severe and precise than the laws in some African countries. You are like Africa compared to Switzerland, which is the other planet where the good people live. And you Africans, all of you, are creating havoc in the universe. Your effect is felt zillions of light years away, and it is devastating. You don't create physical destruction, you actually cause beings to go to hell, and you do it unconsciously, deliberately. And believe it or not, there are ages at which you are more dangerous than others. The little children among you are the most dangerous of all, and the old men are very dangerous as well. Between the ages of 30 and 50, you are not so dangerous at all. You see, any hand gesture that you make can send anyone to hell a zillion light years away, and also a zillion years in time away. And any thought you might have, any strange thought you have might cause havoc in the universe. Anything you do. You cannot walk, you people, without sending insects to hell. Anything you touch will go to hell if you cause it physical destruction. So this is the situation. You cannot kill, and you cannot die either. That is the other side of the situation. You people are incapable of dying. You go straight to hell at the end of your lives on earth. And it is obvious that it is that way. Because people who go around sending every day lots of beings to hell will eventually go to hell themselves. It's sort of eye for eye, tooth for tooth, etc.